As a heads up, I am using my literal hotspot because I literally just moved. But let's go ahead and talk about something that I've seen a lot thrown out recently, which is the fact that AGL Vegito Blue and Tech Fusion Zamasu possibly EZAing during this celebration. Now, personally, I think that it is closer to not happening compared to others things that could EZA. There's super EZAs for stuff like Rose Masu that I think would happen first. There's regular EZAs for the side banner units, as well as stuff like Int, Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, who I think would happen first for. But that doesn't mean it's out of the realm of possibilities. AGL Vegito Blue, on top of that, would actually be a really decent linking partner for the tech gods, who would also be a really nice option to have on the team. So it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to have it where they EZA'd, of course. And it wouldn't be a bad thing at all. There are some things that I would be worrying about in terms of the base form, of course. Hopefully just entirely losing this Future Saga thing. Like, there is just zero chance and for any reason for this to exist. It should just be guards for like 7 turns and then gets defense for 7 turns as well. And the main reason why is because there's other units who don't have any restrictions like this at all, who perform much better. We'll see if they'll take off the Realm of God's restricted enemy and maybe just make it something else instead. I would hope that it's just like an on attack buff. But again, we'll see. And I think that's a little bit too much of wishful thinking. Though I guess the one thing I would say that I would hope for is just orb changing for this unit in specific. Something that I didn't like too much particularly about the tech gods and the physical Super Saiyan 4s is that they don't have orb changing already built into their passive. So they're not going to be orb changing at all. They're just going to have to worry or have the team help them out and get the orbs that they need. Thankfully, they have such good ki that they obtain per orb that it's completely fine. On top of that, they also will be getting stuff like Prepared for Battle, which will give them 2 ki as well to just give them that little extra boost. But yeah, I don't really have any complaints about the Super Saiyan Blue Vegito as well. Just stats increase across the board should be fine for them. Tech Fusion Zamasu, I think, is another situation where the buffs just need to just go away slowly, or just slower as time goes on. So he has 40% damage reduction here, 20% here, and 20% here. Maybe have it where it's 80% damage reduction in total for just like the first 4 turns, and then after 7 turns, that's when they finally lose 20 additional damage reduction. So it's like 20% here for 4 turns, 20% here for 7 turns, and then afterwards they'll just have a baseline of 40 or 50%. I think is completely fine. Maybe something else here, like if there are no Realm of Gods category enemies, 3 ki 50%. If there is a Realm of Gods category enemy, like 3 ki and 100% attack or something, that could be pretty nice. Or like 2 ki and 100% attack, maybe 4 ki. When receiving an attack, I don't know if... I feel like they probably shouldn't have it where it's defense specific. When your HP is less, maybe like an additional bit of damage reduction could be nice. Like 10% additional damage reduction if your HP is below 7% or less. When receiving an attack, that could be pretty interesting. After receiving an attack, this needs to be just straight up guaranteed. There is no reason why you should have a condition on top of a condition for additional attacks. If it has a condition for an additional attack, then it needs to just be guaranteed. There should only be one. If it's a guaranteed additional attack, then sure, you can have it where it's a 50 or 70% chance of super. But if you have to get hit first, then it should just be guaranteed. There's not much. Maybe just making it where it's 50% instead of just 25. And then again, just having it where like you want these units to transform and be able to do all of that stuff. So being able to get to that condition easier would mean that we won't really have to worry about this condition at all, as long as they obviously were able to live that long. The main issue with Tech Zamasu and AGL Vegito Blue back then was the fact that they weren't able to get their active skill before a lot of their buffs wore off. you would have to hope that you were below the certain HP threshold, and then also have it where like this was the guaranteed portion, but basically you, more often than not, you wanted it to be at the 70% or less starting from the 5th turn. So if their buffs last until it's turn 7, if Tech Fusion Zamasu's, if Tech Fusion Zamasu's buffs lasted until turn 7, then it wouldn't need to be a problem at all. They would be fine completely, right? The thing I was going to talk about too was the fact that it's not like this has been it's not out of the realm of possibility. While I do think it's a lower chance than a lot of the other EZAs, it doesn't mean that it's just basically 0. Because there's units like SCR Cooler, there's units like SCR Super Vegeta who EZA'd within 2 years. Even if you want to look at it, oh, whoops, I keep like accidentally clicking and dragging over. Even if you want to look at it during the JP sort of things, it still was like 2 years and a couple of months for the Cooler super, or the regular EZA, and I don't know, I was thinking Super EZA. And the same thing for Super Vegeta as well. So it's, again, it's not out of the realm of possibility. That being said, we have other EZAs that took literally like 4 years and beyond to be able to get EZAs. So it's truly up to them on what they would like to do. Obviously, I can only talk about what I would like them to do. Oh yeah, and then just make this 50% for each. I don't know why it wouldn't be anything like that. Maybe massively for both, and then just, I don't know if I would make massively for both down here. Maybe greatly lowers attack and defense, and then makes this where it's massively raised attack and defense. I'm not sure. But yeah, I can only talk about what I think would happen. I can't obviously say for sure what will happen, but it still would be pretty interesting for these two units to definitely get EZAs. We'll see though, which is funny. Regardless, though, they are going to be linking up well with their counterparts. AGL Vegito or AGL Super Saiyan Blue Duo is obviously going to link up pretty well with the new AGL Super Saiyan Blue Duo, just because of the fact that it's from the same moment. They're probably going to have the same links, maybe just swap Kamehameha for something else, and that's you're going to be having a damn good rotation for that in terms of links, not in terms of the actual like units themselves, right? But it would also just give more possibilities for rotations on top of that, right? And then Zamasu is going to be linking up pretty well with the Rose and Zamasu card as well. Did I bring it up? I don't remember if I did. No, and it's going to take too long to load because I can show you guys like how long it takes for my stuff. But what I was going to say too is that it did it actually pretty fast. Where is Rose Masu? Here we are. If we go ahead and look at the links for Rose and Zamasu, I wouldn't be surprised if they are really, really similar to the Fusion Zamasu card. Let's just see. Before we go ahead and end out. Big Bad Bosses, we already know that they have that. Dismal Future. Yup, got that. Oh. I don't know what was happening. What? It's like bugging out a little bit on my screen. Big Bad Bosses, Dismal Future, Godly Power. Big Bad Bosses, Dismal Future, no Godly Power, but they do have Prepared for Battle. Fierce Battle, Nightmare, Fuse Fighter, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. So yeah, they'll have 5 out of 7 links, which is still really, really nice for sure. But let me know what you guys think. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys have a great week. Hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace.